Greetings everyone, Blugoblin here for my comic book review for this week of October 2010. I apologize for being late. Let me explain. Over the week, on Wednesday, I picked up my books and I started reading some of them. Then on Thursday, I got sick. And I mean sick. I was up almost all Thursday night throwing up. And then on Friday, I had to recuperate myself for the weekend because then on Saturday, I got myself all better to take my girlfriend out to the chili cook-off. And then on Sunday, I had to go to my family reunion. And then I had to study for a test for college. So between all of that, I had to find time to read all these books because I got 10 books. Well, I did have 10. I'm choosing to review 9 since I'm going to make one of them a written review, and the written review is going to be on Titans. But I got 9 books to review here on video, and let's see if I can get it done in under 15 minutes. Start off like we always do with Amazing Spider-Man. This is number 645. Mark Waid, he's a good writer, but the artwork still sucks. It really sucks. But this was an awesomely written story. I had to look past the crappy artwork and focus on how good the storytelling was. I personally love it when Spider-Man's written like this, where he just acts like such a badass. He just doesn't care. He throws away the witty humor. He throws away the pulling of the punches. He just goes in there, it's balls to the wall fighting. He goes after everyone, one by one, and he starts beating everybody's ass. I love it. I love it when Spider-Man is written like this. You know, this was almost as good for me as the whole Back in Black storyline where he whooped the Kingpin's ass. You know, I personally get an enjoyment out of seeing Spider-Man written like he just doesn't care. He's gonna fight. He's just gonna throw down. I love it. This was good. And the twist ending, I hope the next issue's written like this, even though we're gonna have to go through at least one more issue of crappy artwork. But all in all, this was good. I highly recommend you pick this book up. Very, very good. But just get through the artwork because it sucks. Next up, Green Lantern 58. Hope for Adara, or whatever. Oh man, I'm sorry, but I have to be honest. Jeff Johns, you've finally done it. You have finally done it. You disappointed me. I was expecting so much more from this. I do like what Atrocitus does in the beginning. That was awesome. But all I remember seeing in this was just Blue Lanterns, blah 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 blah. Star Sapphire, blah 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 blah. Green Lantern, blah 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 blah. Sinestro, blah 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 blah. And Wirefleece, mine. I mean, I'm not saying this book is terrible. It's good storytelling. It's got, good dialogue. But where are we going from here? And the ending of the book just, for me, just came out of nowhere. And I was expecting so much more from this because the cover looks awesome, and what I get, it just didn't hit me. You know what I'm saying? I apologize to all the Green Lantern hardcore fans out there who are probably gonna hate me for this review of it, but I have to be honest, and if your opinion matches, then that's great. If your opinion varies from mine, then that's okay too. I respect that, but I have to be honest. I can't lie when I review comic books. When I don't think the book is good enough for an awesome thumbs up, then I'm going to say it was just simply a good read. That was it. It's just a good read, nothing else. Green Lantern Emerald Warriors, number 3. You want to know how I felt after I read this book? I felt like I read an issue of Green Lantern Emerald Warriors. That's how I felt. Writes this exactly like he wrote Green Lantern Corps. Exactly like it. Nothing's different. At least not for me. I do love how he writes Guy Gardner. I do like how he writes Kilowog. But everything else It's just more blah, 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 with a bunch of action. Don't get me wrong, it's good. It's good. But, like Green Lantern, I was expecting something just a little bit better than what I got. It's good, just not great. That's all I can say. I'm a Green Lantern fan through and through. Do not get me wrong. Do not label me a hater. I was just wanting more than what I got. Next up, the Untold Tales of Blackest Night one-shot. Well, I gotta say, I only recommend this for the hardcore collectors of Blackest Night. This is a $5 one-shot, but I think it's well worth your money if you are nuts about Blackest Night the way I was. Great story splits. It features 2 deleted scenes from stories associated from Blackest Night, and then it features 4 stories that were untold from Blackest Night. It features stories from the Spectre, Animal Man, Scarecrow, and Donna Troy. My personal favorite stories were the stories concerning Scarecrow and Animal Man. Donna Troy's story was good, but, you know, Scarecrow and Animal Man, their stories were fantastic. And, you know, Spectre's was okay. It was okay. But, you know, I just, wow, Scarecrow's story blew my mind. I loved it. It was good. This is definitely worth $5 if you're a heavy comic book collector, and if you love Blackest Night. Yeah, go ahead and shell out a $5 bill and say, "Hey, give me that book because I want it in my collection." That's how I feel. Batman: The Return of Bruce Wayne, number 5 of 6. Once again, cryptic Grant Morrison writing. I really hate it when I'm reading a Grant Morrison book and I'm reading the story like I'm supposed to just instantly know what's going on, you know, without even thinking about it. I don't like it when Grant Morrison writes his books that way. But in all honesty, I got to give credit where credit is due. This was a good book. I'm just saying it's not great. Yeah, it's just not great. Out of the 5 issues that have been shelled out to us so far, this one's the best one in my opinion. Issue 1 was okay. Issues 2 and 3, bleh. Issue 4, could care less. Issue 5. Now this felt like a Batman detective related story. Good, but not great. And DC is really dropping the ball with the Bruce Wayne stuff, because this story's not finished, and yet we've already got The Road Home coming out. Come on, DC. WTF. Pick up your ball and roll it forward. Please. That book was okay, just not great. Alright, now we're branching off into the 4 Bruce Wayne Road Home one-shots that I got for this week. We're going to start with The Outsiders. Outsiders book, this was okay. I'm not a hardcore follower of Outsiders. I will not lie about that. I was more of a fan of The Outsiders during the original heyday back in the 80s. This, not so much. I have, maybe if I was more of a follower of Outsiders, I might enjoy this book a little bit more. But it was good. It's just... this was the last one I read, but it's the first one I'm reviewing because this is my least favorite. I'm just not that heavy follower of Outsiders. The Outsiders stuff with Blackest Night was good, but this, not so much. I'm just going to say it was okay. Next up, Batman and Robin's one-shot associated with Bruce Wayne: The Road Home. This one was good. Fabian Nicieza, probably mispronounced that name, and I don't care, because I'm going to give this guy props. Writes a really good story concerning Dick and Damian. But this was the first book I read, and it kind of pissed me off a little bit when they chose to already reveal that Bruce Wayne's back before Return of Bruce Wayne is finished. Yet, I have to look at the storytelling, and it was good. The artwork fits with it as well. maybe my score for this book will be a bit lower than it should be to some of you guys, but that's because I was pissed off a little bit by DC's messed up scheduling. Next up, the Red Robin one-shot. I would recommend you if you got all 4 of these one-shots, I'd recommend you read this first before you read Red Robin's one-shot. They're both written by the same guy, but the artwork in here is the artwork from Batman and Robin was a little bit better than this one. This, I feel, is the true Batman and Robin related story because, you know, it's already said in that one that Bruce Wayne is back and he's in a costume. I think he's calling himself the Insider, and he reunites with Tim, and he's been working with. It seems like he's been working with Tim, and they've kind of reunited the team. And you know, Tim says it best. It's like we've never skipped a beat. You know, I feel like, you know, it's the old saying. It's just like riding a bike, and it was good. I like the storytelling. Artwork's good, and the ending. Woohoo! The ending. That's all I'm gonna say is the ending. Yeah. Oh yeah, the ending. But as good as that one shot is, this one is my favorite one shot out of all 4 of them, and this is my pick of the week. Bruce Wayne, The Road Home, Batgirl one shot by Brian Q. Miller. Why is this my pick of the week? Quite simply, it's because it's good. It's great. It's awesome. I loved it. The writing and the artwork mesh so well. That's what sells a book for me. Is if the artwork is good, if the storytelling is great, and if it molds together, you got one damn good book. And that's what I got with this. I know a lot of people are probably going to be shocked that a Batgirl book is my pick of the week. I was a little bit surprised too, but I enjoyed reading every single page in this book. Brian Q. Miller is a great writer to me now. And Perry Perez, the artwork, like I said, it fits. And this is like Stephanie Brown's ultimate and honest test to see if she's truly worthy of being a member of the Batman family. And nobody does the testing better than Bruce Wayne himself. And the Insider is going around stealing stuff from Wayne Tech, and it's up to Stephanie to track him down and stop him. And it turns out there's some stuff going on at Crime Alley, and Stephanie and I'm sorry I'm spoiling it, but I feel like I have to try and convince you to buy this book. Stephanie finds out who it is that's training her and who's testing her, and it is Bruce. And I loved the ending of this book. Bruce Wayne says it himself. Stephanie reminds me of Barbara in so many ways. I believe everybody deserves a second chance. This was incredible. Pick this one shot up. Very, very good. Stephanie, if you want to be Batgirl, all you have to do is say it. Good book, great read, truly awesome. That's all I got for this week, everybody. I know I'm sorry I'm late. I apologize. But I'm not dead. So, thanks for watching, everybody. Don't forget to subscribe. And until next time, everyone, I'll see you later.